Hey, how's it going, everyone? Your boy Zach's Network, and I'm back again with more Fire Emblem 3 Houses information. Now, a lot of people already leaked and gave tons of important information in terms of characters, I believe, after their 5-year time skip. I was gonna do a video like that, but unfortunately, lucky crit, many other people beat me to it, But let's do things a little bit different. I want to really oversaturate Fire Emblem 3 Houses news, and I'm also not a meme channel. I don't create memes really. I try to focus more so on wholesome content when it comes to it. So let's go on to my Fire Emblem 3 Houses theory video. So today we're going to be talking about the connection between divine dragons or dragon units that could potentially be, or I think really will be, in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Now, if you've been playing Fire Emblem for a couple years, even played a couple games in the franchise of Fire Emblem, you know characters like Naga, Divine Dragon, characters like Tiki or Duma or Milla, characters from Fire Emblem Echoes or Mark Saga throughout the Fire Emblem games. You're going to know these characters, and you know that dragons play an incredibly huge role when it comes towards Fire Emblem. Now, if you look at a character like, I'd say, I don't know, Sothis, for instance. I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious by now. You know that Sothis literally is a divine dragon or some equivalents to a divine dragon itself. I mean, she has pointed ears, green hair. There's Sothis right there. There's a picture of Sothis, and you can tell right off the bat that Sothis itself is actually going to be a divine dragon within the game. We don't really know the important role that Sothis will actually play within the game, but we do say that she's like a girl or a woman that will basically be talking and communicating with the avatar. And if you actually watch the Fire Emblem 3 Houses Direct during the Nintendo event of E3, I believe it was in June 10th or 11th, I believe, it actually shows Sothis that's like in a chair next to the bed of the avatar character within the game. So yeah, we can pretty much confirm right there she's going to be incredibly important, obviously, and that she definitely will be a divine dragon, essentially. But if you actually take a look at some of the characters of the actual Church of Seiros, we got Rhea, which is the Archbishop, as well as characters like Sothis, and even Flame, that's actually the sister of Sothis. And you can actually tell that many of these characters have many similarities to what we see within Divine Dragons of Fire Emblem. They actually have very, very, very important roles when it comes towards being in the game, and the hierarchy of where they are being high in Seiros's in the Seiros Church, House of Seiros' church. And I'm not sure if blood is going to be a thing in terms of divine dragon blood. They might focus more so in terms of crest, because that's pretty much what the actual game is about. But I really do think that Rhea, as well as many of these characters, Sothis, Sothis, and Flame, are going to have a strong connection to each other, to the point where they might actually be relatives to each other, distant relatives, particularly possibly cousins, or they could all actually be descendants of the original divine dragon that served under the goddess herself. If you actually look at the first trailer of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, you actually see a huge portrait, and that portrait actually shows the goddess above all with her huge wings, very beautiful portrait, and under it you actually see the dragon, and I guess the dragon's there to protect as well as maintain order and balance in the sense of the beliefs of the goddess and the religion of Seiros Church and the monastery. And I really do think that the characters that I'm mentioning right here could potentially have an incredibly strong tie towards Seiros, or at least the tie towards the dragon of Seiros when it comes to it. I mean, the strong similarities, man, the green hair, high power and authority within the game, they're important. And you see that many of them have the same, very incredibly similar distincts when you come towards hair color, as well as their eyes. I mean, a very strong connection when you compare a character like Sothis to Flame, and Flame as well to Sothis. We already know that Sothis is the older brother of Flame, but looking from what we're seeing here, really looks like Sothis could potentially be a sister or older sister, some type of older sister, younger sister, cousin, anything. We don't know yet. And I think Rhea in general might have some kind of connection to them as well. And I find it very interesting too, with how them being so similar. You notice that both Sothis, Rhea, as well as Flame both have their ears covered. And that's one of the biggest traits you notice, along with the green, kind of like a green, really like it looks like a very interesting divine color, like a green divine color when you look at the hair. So that's pretty much what I'm really coming to. I'm not sure if they really will be divine dragons, but we already know pretty much from the portrait itself that Sothis definitely will be a divine dragon. And seeing just how similar they look, I don't know, guys, I might have called it early. I'm not trying to ruin the game or anything, but I really do think the House of Seiros really will be dragons. It's not going to be new to Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is very consistent when it comes to stuff like this throughout the generations of the franchise. And we even seen the trailers of Fire Emblem Three Houses itself too, that there's some kind of white dragon. So maybe we might fight Ray. It could have been Ray or maybe even Sothis himself, that we could be fighting before the 5-year time gap, or an event that happens after, leading into the 5-year time gap or something. I don't know. But I really think it's going to end up being like this, where they are in fact divine dragons, and possibly divine dragon crest could potentially play a role within the game. Leave your opinions, any comments of what you think about the video or the theory, or anything of how you feel, even if it's something that's hyped in terms of being generated towards Fire Emblem Three Houses itself. That's pretty much it. You guys are really greedy. I don't really have anything in terms of Fire Emblem today, possibly tomorrow. But other than that, guys, make sure to have a damn good one. Zach out.